What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am bringing you guys, as you can see by the title, a video where I am using all of the eyeshadows in this eyeshadow palette. This is the Makeup Addictions Cosmetics Meadow eyeshadow palette, and this is one of their first eyeshadows in, like, this was their first like series. They did 3 eyeshadow palettes in this format. This is the only one in the format that I chose to get. I thought this was a really pretty and unique color scheme overall to my collection, where you have these warm browns, which you guys know I don't have very many browns, and then you get this really dark blue with like these bright poppy shimmer shades. So I thought this would be a really cool reinvigoration of this series. I haven't done this series in a really long time. I know I haven't done it at all this year, and I think I kind of stopped doing it towards the end of last year. Just in case you're wondering, I have talked about this palette. I don't know what videos it is. I know I hauled it most likely, and I most likely talked about it in either bought it, did I keep it or return it, or a palette roundup. I honestly am not sure. I think it was a palette roundup because I remember not wanting to talk about this palette until I decided my opinions on this one, which is the Makeup Addiction Sinful Eyes eyeshadow palette. Not many people have talked about this on YouTube. I've honestly not seen anybody talk about this on YouTube. So if you guys want me to do a tutorial with this, just let me know. It does have new formulations for them. It doesn't just have their metallics and their mattes. It has like a glittery formula in this as well. So if you're interested in a review, let me know. Like I said, I know I did I'm pretty sure it's a palette roundup now that I think about it more closely. And if I can figure out which one it is, I will link it down below and potentially in the cards as well. Elephant in the room. My hair is twisted. My mom really wanted to twist my hair, so I let her. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't recognize myself at all. This is very neutral, but I really wanted to use this eyeshadow palette, and this is kind of what I came up with using this eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. Let's just get into the tutorial. Alrighty guys, so like I said in the intro, I just kind of want to do a really fun tutorial today. I have not recorded in about 2 weeks. Yeah, I know you guys wouldn't have realized that because I have been putting videos out, but I was pre-recording so much because of the 3 Looks 1 palette. So I had a lot of videos. They were just a matter of actually uploading them onto my site, or not to my site, to my channel. So like I said in the intro, I'm going to be doing using all the eyeshadows in the palette with my Makeup Addictions Cosmetics eyeshadow in Meadow. Just in case I didn't show you guys the inside, this is the inside. I have used this palette. I have actually reviewed it. I think I did it in like a review roundup. If not, it was definitely in a bought it, but did I keep it or return it? I know I talked about this. I've mentioned this at least twice on my channel between the haul and then something else. So I just kind of want to go into this baby. And yeah, because of the shades, I have already primed, but I'm not going to set it because I'm actually going to use one of the shades in here to kind of set my brow bone area. And I'm going to use this light brown, or should I do something? Okay, hold on. No, we're going to do that, yeah. So we're going to take this light brown and we're going to put that directly in my crease. Well, more so transition area. And this is just a lighter, like camel-y color, but it works as a transition for my skin tone and sort of as a brow bone highlight if you're into that sort of thing. I'm not really, but you know, for the purpose of this video. Now I want to go into the more orangey brown. It's more of an orange red situation. I'm going to use that exact same brush. Just going to pick up some product and we're going to put that actually in my crease. I hope you guys can't hear my fan. I think my last couple of videos, you've heard like something in the background, and I'm pretty sure it's my fan. And I'm pretty sure I have it on like the lowest setting right now. I would turn it off, but child, it's hot, okay? We're getting into summer, so I don't know. Hopefully it's not okay, that was my phone. Hopefully it's not picking up my fan today, my camera, which is really weird. I can't believe it picks up my fan more than it picks up my voice, but you know, I guess this is the camera for this aesthetic of my channel, Real Chill ASMR. So yeah, okay, good crease work thus far. Now I'm going to take a rougher brush. This is the 01 brush, and I'm going to go into the dark blue, and I am going to just put that in my outer crease, as anybody would kind of predict seeing these colors. And with this palette, I prefer to kind of place and then blend. This is a very pigmented formula. So I want to kind of do my best to blend everything out. And especially because like this combination I'm using right now is like a cool and a warm tone, I want to be really sure that I blend out well. Okay, I can't see. And I'm just going back in with the redder orange brown situation and just blending out all of my edges really nicely. Just really trying to blow out this and kind of make that blue a little bit more subtle. We'll see. I can always go back to intensify it later if I so choose. And I think I am. I think I'm just gonna kind of build the middle part. Interesting look so far. Now what I'm going to do is cut my lid. I love cutting my lid, so I'm going to take my Urban Decay primer potion, and I'm going to try and use a new brush. This is really big. I don't think I can stand to use that. It's just too big. I got some new brushes from Muse Beauty Pro, and I feel like I forgot how small my lids were when I made these purchases, because these are some big brushes. Okay. we're gonna try and use this one. This is a brush, I think, from Peach and Pearl, yeah. So I'm just gonna try and cut my lid with this big brush really quickly. Took a minute, but we got there. Now what I'm gonna do is just blend the outside. I'm just gonna take the extra product off this outside and sort of blend it into the blue with my finger, and then I'm gonna blend it in with the blue with the blue. That way any lid colors that I put on there will blend a lot more effortlessly. Okay, now I'm gonna go into a Esom W21, and now all I have is shimmer shades left. Let me just kind of have a little swatch party so I can see the depths. So these are the depths of these shimmers, and the gold is definitely the most like intense how are you shade. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this blue on the outside to blend between the matte blue and the rest of my shimmers. So I'm gonna just take that on this Esom brush and just put it right there. I'm just going back in between the two brushes that I applied each product just to do a nice blend to my satisfaction. And when I'm satisfied, I'll stop blending. Well, for these two colors. Okay, so that's kind of where my lid is at. I'm going to take the same brush, Esom brush, just wipe it on my pants, and then I'm going to go into the bronzy gold shade. Like I said, this is the darkest shade in this palette, and it is, I would say, the chunkiest of the shimmers. And we're just going to put that all over the rest of my lid. And because it's so chunky, I'm taking my time, trying not to pick up too much product, and just work on pressing it right onto my primer so I won't get too much fallout. And because both of these are shimmers, it's a lot easier to blend. I always do this. Always. I forgot to zoom in. I'm sorry, guys. But it was a lot easier for me to just blend those two together. So now let me go into that gold and do the exact same thing. just gonna pick the product up and just try and kind of just pat it in to the primer, if you will. And then in between the shades, I just kind of go back and forth really lightly in between the medians. And because it's a shimmer, they kind of blend themselves. Sometimes you need to go back in to the first shimmer, but for a majority of the time, you're good. And just for the sake of this, I'm just gonna go back and forth. Even though I think it's a pretty good blend without it. So as you can see, my whole top lid is done. I'm really liking how it's looking. I think I might make the outside a little bit more angular, but it's okay. For right now, we are good. I'm gonna take this Sonia G Crease 1 and I'm gonna use it as a pencil brush. And I am gonna go into this lighter champagne pinky color and I'm gonna put that in my inner corners. See how that kind of brightened up that area? That's why I love it in a corner. Now, I'm going to use this exact same Esom brush because I love using it for shimmers on my lower lash line. So I only have 2 eyeshadows left. I have these 2 left. I'm going to put this one in my inner lower lash line and this one on my outer lower lash line. I think I'm going to try and not spray the brushes, but if I get too much fallout, it's not that I'm not getting fallout, but it's not sticking as well as I'd hope. So I'm just gonna build up that product on my brush, spray it, find my mirror, and then we're just gonna place that product right there. You see? And then we're gonna go over it another time without spraying it, and that will intensify the color. So I'm just gonna do that exact same thing on my other eye. So it's intense, but it's subtle. People might actually think I did a neutral look for once. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the green and do the exact same thing, but I'm just gonna put this on my outer. Oops, sprayed that on my hand. Perfect. And you see, there you go. Now, I just need to blend out those edges on the bottom of my lash line, and a lot of my brushes that stayed here are dirty, and the brushes that I took on my trip are dirty too. So this is fun. I'm just gonna go into this MUA brush, and I'm gonna go into that red, darker red crease color, and I am gonna do what I always do, and I'm gonna blend these out and connect them to the top. Okay, so I am just going to fix this a little bit. I kind of want this to be a little bit more pointed, just a little bit. So that when I close my eyes, it's not as like downward looking. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're talking. Where's, there it is, on the ground, per usual. Okay, and then we're just gonna blend this out just slightly. Okay, so I've now used all the colors on my eyes. I'm thinking this is very interesting, dark, springtimey look. I need to figure out what I'm gonna put in my waterline, determine if I'm gonna do mascara and eyeliner, all that jazz, and I will be back to show you guys the finished look. Alrighty guys, and this is the finished look. I lost the eyeshadow palette. Surprise, surprise. I found the eyeshadow palette. Give me focus. There we go. So yeah, like I said, this is the finished look. I used both my Kat Von D tattoo liner and the mascara. Update on the mascara, I've now been using it for about, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks, and it is definitely dried out. So it is a quick drying mascara. I thought it was at the perfect texture when I first got it. Now I don't feel as though my lashes are as voluminous as they were. You still get the lengthening, but the volume that can be earned from this mascara, it's harder to attain now that it's dried out. So just an update on that. I also do want to say that I actually put 2 liners in my waterline because I couldn't decide. So I put Teaspoon in the inner corner on top of the purple eyeshadow, and then I put like a purpley pink liner that kind of matches that eyeshadow on the top of the green that I put on the lower lash line. So I kind of did like a mishmash there. I'll come in so that you guys can hopefully see it. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. The purple is on the outside and the green is on the inside. So I had a little fun, at least with the lower lash line. Other than that, I kind of kept it boring, kept it brown. I don't even feel like I can recognize myself. But yeah, I wanted to do another using all the eyeshadows in an eyeshadow palette. I haven't done it in a really long time, and I've been thinking about doing it, and I wanted to kind of bring in a new brand because I've generally stuck to Juvia's Place. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always y'all, it has been real.